Okay, so last Sunday of November and just building that gratitude muscle a little more. And this time I want to work with intimacy, with our gratitude for ourselves, for this life, for what it is that we get to upgrade in our lives, right? Um, it's very interesting that we often think of gratitude as something out here, right? Gratitude for. So I want you to take it in today. Gratitude for this life that you were given, and then just see like what it is that you could maybe lose or shift or, the older we get, the more entrenched we get in our patterns. And it's really wonderful to have people in our lives who kind of like, just give us a little bit of fire under our butts to and move and, release the things that really don't serve us anymore. And intimacy is such a beautiful word, and it's kind of become this thing before sex. But intimacy is everything in your life. How you eat, how you treat your food, how you treat your plants, your pets. But most of all, how do you treat you? How do you treat you? How do you work with what you eat? Do we just eat unconsciously, whatever's in front of us? And, like the faster you eat, or if you're talking the whole time you're eating, you're not paying attention to the food, and you don't get the signal when you're full. And so it's become a real problem in our society that we just eat. Whatever we're given, we eat. We go to a restaurant, you either eat it all, when you have your things at home, you eat more than what we really need, right? It's eating for taste, or eating for desire, or eating as opposed to what does this being need? And that's a question I want you to just play with yourself. What does this being really need? Do I need more time in silence? Do I need more meditation time? Do I need more, walks in nature? What do I need to be the vastness of me? And it doesn't have to cost anything. It can just be something that in your psyche, you know that you need that. And the question is, will you give yourself that? So just so you know, I'm fighting a sinus, excuse me, a sinus infection that's trying to turn into a cold. Um, and my voice is a little weird and I'm a little snazzy. Almost over, like you. So the real question is, do we still act like we're 20 or 30? It's very interesting. A friend of mine gave me this dress, and it's a beautiful little silk dress, but when I put it on, it looked like I was about 10. And I thought, you know what, this needs to go to somebody who's a lot younger than me. I don't need to look like I'm 10. I'm not trying to go for that. So intimacy with yourself allows you to explore everything. The clothes you wear, the weight you are, how much time are you spending on your building your meditative essence? We say meditative mind, but that means the knowingness in every cell. What is your connection? So in the beginning, when Yogi Bhajan gave us a 2.5 hour sadhana, what he said is that is 10% of your day. So if you think about giving 10% of your day to feeding your essence, right? And then 10% of your day to feeding what is really good for your body, at least, And then 10% of your day, just look at your day in percentages. Not that you could have to make it like, but look at it in percentages. We spend an overabundant time in two places, in bed and at work. And sleep is very important. And the more that you meditate, the less that you need to sleep. I'm not advocating the 3 to 4 hours that we did, for many years. I don't think that's particularly great for you. But, just look at your own life. And this is not a narcissistic, examination. This is a narcissist only sees everything in terms of themselves. I'm asking you to look at you and see where the gaps are and how you feed yourself and how you are intimate. Intimate means that connection with, how you're able to be intimate with you. Do you have crazy, mantras going around in your head and you're not applying a mantra that is uplifting? And that means, in whatever the situation is, because the mantras that drive us crazy do not allow for clarity. And it's not that you don't want to examine things, but when you're in this like, rah, 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 nothing's being examined. It's just a reactionary state. So you want to use a mantra to get you to neutral, to calm, to connected, so you can see possibilities of how something can be dealt with or solved or whatever. When I was just in Oaxaca, it was really sweet because my goddaughter was talking to me about this person. She said, she's had so many traumas in her life, and she said, she's been through an armed robbery, and I thought, wow, that's interesting. I've been through 2 armed robberies, and when I'm on, some kind of a summit or something, and they say, well, what traumas have you gotten over in your life? Those don't even come up. Those are not even in the top 10. But it's interesting how everyone reacts to situations in their life. And it's not that things are not traumatic, but do you still carry them around? Because they suck a lot of energy from you. Okay. You carry all of these traumas around, I say dead cows, but it's also like stacking yourself in like cement. And it's a cement protection, right? And you're just like going through like, do not hurt me, do not do this to me, do not, whatever. And as opposed to realizing like, okay, when we have a trauma, be with it, acknowledge it, see what the lesson is inside of it, and then see the gift. What's the gift? After my first armed robbery, I really understood that the power of my voice would do more than a gun anytime. And when I went through the second one, after they had gotten the money, I gave them the money, that's what they wanted, and it wasn't a lot of it that day at the time they came, but then they said, oh, we're gonna go over to the other part, and there was somebody who was supposed to be protecting me who was on the other side of the factory. And I said, no, you're not. You said that when you got the money, you would leave, now leave. Now remember, these guys had guns, I did not. And they tripped over a heating cord, space heater cord, leaving. They were trying to leave so fast. So understand that when we get what we're supposed to get out of a situation, we don't need to be carrying it around like a heavy weight anymore. Mary Oliver had a beautiful saying about her parents, that her father was a preacher, and evidently it was a very challenging lifetime. And she said, I do not have to carry the heavy dross, heavy iron dross that you gave me, right? In other words, you can put them down. But if you're not intimate with you, you either have these things so big in your magnetic field, or you have them so pushed down, you haven't gotten the lesson nor the gift. So I want you to just really bring up, let the things come up. And it may not be the most pleasant, luxurious class, but I promise you, it can be profound. All right, so I'm gonna read you a poem. called The Reckless Poem. Today again, I'm hardly myself. It happens over and over. It's heaven sent. It flows through me like a blue wave. Green leaves. You may believe this or not. Have once or twice burst from the tips of my fingers, somewhere deep in the woods, in this reckless seizure of spring. Though, of course, I also know that other song, Sweet Passion of Oneness. Just yesterday, I watched an ant crossing a path. Through a tumble of pine needles, she toiled, and I thought, she will never live another life but this one. I don't believe that. And I thought, if she lives her life with all her strength, is it not a wonderful and wise life? And I continued this up the miraculous pyramid of everything until I came to myself. And still, even in these northern woods, on these hills of sand, I have flown from the window of myself to become a white heron, a gray whale, a fox, hedgehog, camel. Oh, sometimes already my body has felt like a flower, like the body of a flower. Sometimes already my heart is a red parrot perched among strange dark trees, flapping and screaming. So let's tune in and just feel the beauty between your hands, that heat that you can create by just rubbing your hands together, and see if you can sink deeply into your body, into the grace of you. And then take a beautiful deep breath. Bring your hands into your heart. Feel like you're saluting yourself with this prayer pose. Your Mars, your thumbs against your heart. And exhale and inhale. Om Namo Gurutej Namo. Om Namo Gurutej Namo. Om Namo Gurutej Namo. Adgare Namah, Jugadgare Namah, Satgare Namah, Sri Gurudeve Namah. Adgare Namah, Jugadgare Namah, Satgare Namah, Sri Gurudeve Namah. Adgare Namah, Jugadgare Namah, Satgare Namah, Sri Gurudeve Namah. Take a beautiful deep breath in. And exhale. So we're going to come up and we're going to dance to body parts, and I want you to bless each part of your body, okay? So that you just can feel like, oh, how many times have I honored this part of my body?
Connection to the earth through your feet, and let your head go as you relax your knees. Take a deep breath as your head rolls around your shoulders. Feel the weight of your head, how it wants to move today. And follow your head with your whole body. Relax your jaw. And feel the connection between your head and your shoulders. Shift your attention into your shoulders. Just move them up and down, forward and back, all around. Let them tell their story. When they feel tight or loose, let your whole body follow your shoulders. and your knees. Feel how they want to move. Lift them, bend them. Follow them deeper into your dance. And shift your attention to your feet. How deep it goes. Feel the balls of your feet, your heels and toes. Improvise ways to move your feet. And surrender to the dance of your feet. Breathe. Just surrender your whole body.
And just stay standing and have your hands in Kian Mudra. Bring them up. What I call your beautiful pose of like your candelabra, right? Try to get both arms right up from your shoulders and just breath of fire twisting. Try to make sure that your feet are just hip width apart, pulling towards each other. Feel like you're bringing this light into your magnetic field and you're allowing whatever needs to be cleared out to be cleared out. Try to go a little bit farther each direction. Last few seconds. And take a beautiful deep breath in. And exhale. And we're just going to play with our hands. Still keep them in Gyan Mudra. But you're going to do spine flexes. Just standing up, you're going to bend your knees, but you're going to flex your spine and just do hula and just try to really feel like you can pull up root block. You can lift your whole lower abdominal area, right? So hu is open and is contracted. Get intimate with root block and how it can help you contain your energy. Closes off and seals your container so you're not leaking energy. You're placing it where it needs to be placed. If you're really doing this powerfully, you should be sweating or starting to sweat, right? Consolidating your energy, bringing it in so your knowingness can get grounded. And inhale. And exhale, hands over your heart. Now you're going to interlace your fingers. Good. Now interlace them the uncomfortable way. The uncomfortable way is so that you get to experience things differently, right? And we're going to just work with bringing our hands behind our head and then in front of our body. And we're going to do this with coming up and then squatting down and do hula again. So just when you squat, try to keep your spine straight instead of going over like this. Just squat down as far as you can, keeping your spine as straight as you can. Squats are really, really important as we age. It helps your ankles, it helps your knees, and doing it with this beautiful hula is so much for our ecstasy in our life. Get ecstatic about that you have this life. Open your eyes wide, close them. Just do this as long as you possibly can. If you have to stop, come back and rejoin yourself. And inhale up. On your toes, stretch your arms up. And oh, breath of fire. Pick a point you're looking at. Drishti, go through that point. Become everything that is contained in that point. And really, the last 30 seconds, come up as high as you can on your toes, stretch your spine. Inhale deeply, inhale more, stretch up, stretch. Exhale down, hands over your heart. Bless yourself deeply. Feel your connection to your hands, and like Mariella was said, when that connection happens so deeply, you can sprout leaves because you feel your connection to that tree, that plant. Feel your connection to yourself that deeply, that you could sprout you. And bring your feet touching each other, and just keep your hands over your heart. Stay connected to your heart. Good. And we're just going to do circles, trying to keep your eyes closed. If you can't keep your eyes closed, then just keep them at, what we call the drunken gaze, 1/10 open. Try to really just go back to that breath of fire again. Hold breath, breath of fire. And just keeping the feet really together means that your base is much smaller, that you have to pay attention to both earth and ether. You have to pay attention to what supports you from below and above. And switch directions. And take a beautiful deep breath in. And exhale. And now let's just go over, and we're just going to do satnam. So you're going to do, just a hissing. And inhale, hands over your heart. Just feel your own energy. And just know that you can direct it. You can place it, you can support it. And exhale, and then you're going to open your legs wide. It doesn't have to be super wide, it can just be like maybe off your mat a little bit. Good. And you're going to have your arms out, and then you're going to just drop them. And so it's just going to be hula, and we're going to just twist. And feel like whatever's sitting in your magnetic field that doesn't serve you at this moment, you have the power to release it so you can have clear space to release it out again. Okay. And inhale. Arms like you're hugging the whole world. Just feel like you can be that healer. You can hold everything when you're clear. And exhale, hands over your heart. And you're going to come down into triangle or down dog. Good. And we're just going to play with bending one knee. And I want you to try to bend your knee and bring your heart back towards your knee when you do it. And just sat, now. Sat, drop your head, now. Sat, now. Sat. Feel how this can stretch your spine and open your heart, as well as move your beautiful legs, feet, ankles, knees. Bless them all. Get connected as opposed to spacing out. Space in. Good, now come up on both toes. And exhale. And you're just going to take your left leg up and just play with it. Feel like you're trying to just touch your foot to your head. You're not going to, but just play with, just straighten it and bend it and just sat. I'm only going to do this for a few seconds, but just and switch and come up and just same thing with your right leg. Sat. And inhale and exhale and come down. Just come down on your forearms and sit back on your heels. Bring your forehead to the ground so it's a different kind of Gurutej, so you're not stretching your arms out totally. You're just having your forearms on the ground. It works on opening different parts of your being. And just be here and do whistle breath. Just And inhale. And exhale. And just come up into cat-cow. So we're going to do it part of the time with your toes tucked under, and then part of the time is on the top of your beautiful toes. Okay. Right, so just start whichever way you want, and I'll just say switch, and just breath of fire, and just bless your beautiful spine. See if you can just acknowledge all it does for us, and just you can help it by contracting your abdominal muscles to support it more. And switch your feet. And switch the breathing to breath of fire through your nose. And now just come into cat-cow. Bring your knees so that they're just a hip width apart. And then very quickly just switch feet over and under, and do this with breath of fire again. Just and inhale. And exhale. You're going to sit back on your heels, and you're just going to put your hands underneath your armpits and take your arms really down powerfully on the hands. And we're going to do something that is to connect you intimately with yourself. We're going to bow partway, but we're going to just inhale and just 4-part exhale. Just feel like you're curling into yourself. Don't worry about how low you get. It's just change your movement patterns, change your breath patterns, and work with that scientific alignment of yoga. You're breathing yourself back to upright. And inhale. And exhale, and you're going to come back into down dog. Good. And you're gonna find out how close you want your feet to your hands. I recommend the regular length, but we're just going to take our feet, slide them over to one side with who, la, come back to the center, and then who over to the other side. This is a motion you don't do. It's so good for your hips, for your feet. Let yourself twist with the twisting of your feet. And inhale. And exhale and come back down into Gurutej Pranam again on your forearms. Try to get the head down as far as you can. And just whistle breath once again. Give yourself the last 30 seconds to just really get into. Whistle breath releases fear. And when we can do that in our own bodies, it's so good. Just whatever the fear factor is at this moment. I'm not enough, I don't have enough, this person is not being good to me, blah, 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 blah. And exhale, and now you're just going to take your hands and just fists and just lightly on your kidneys, which are right at the base of your ribs in the back. Kidneys and adrenals. Kidneys are the organ that hold the fear, and when your adrenals are shut down or not working properly, then we feel very sluggish and very tired and very, so just go ahead and give them a little love tap with your fists, loose fists, you're not trying to abuse yourself, you're just trying to wake up this kidney adrenal energy. Good. 15 more seconds, just enjoy it. Feel like you just get to say hi to them and let them know you're really grateful for all the work they do for you that we don't acknowledge. And take a deep breath in. And exhale and come down onto your back. Good. So we're going to spend the rest of the few exercises on our back. So you're going to bring the soles of your feet together. And you're going to bring your hands together just like Sat Kriya, right? The Jupiter fingers up, the other fingers are interlaced, and we're going to play with just bring your arms up straight up from your heart, and then exhale, bring it back, let your knees come together, and then open up as wide as they can. And then just stretch your arms up overhead and open your knees as wide as you can. And just 30 seconds of O breath like fire here. Just feel like you can go into your hips and and your armpits and around your breast where this, all of this opening and tension is, and just smooth it out. And inhale deeply. And exhale. And then you're just going to go into the cat stretch, your choice of cat stretch. Try to look to the other side, stretch the arm out from that shoulder. Good. And then if you can, just open the top leg as straight as you can. Breathing into it. And come back and change sides. Look to the leg that's on top, that arm is straight out, that you're looking to that side. Good. And then see if you can straighten both legs and just take your hand as far down that leg as you can to just open up that sacrum. And inhale back onto your back. And we're going to play 2 exercises with kissing, okay? You're going to bring your leg up, you're going to bring your head as close to your knee as you can, and kiss it, even if it's an air kiss. Try to keep the leg as straight as you can, so you get to play with that, stretching out your life nerve, your sciatic. The longest nerve in our body, and if you've ever had sciatica, it can be the most painful, so give it a love and a stretch and kiss your beautiful knees, the floating joint, the magical joint that's held together with, I think, 26 ligaments. It's if this bothers your head, interlace your hands underneath your neck. And inhale and relax. Just let yourself breathe on your back and feel that you can trust enough to totally just let yourself relax for a moment. Then you're just going to take one hand at a time and kiss the heart center and the center of your palm and just put it down with grace and love and kiss the other hand. They do so much for us. Honoring, intimate with your hand. Grateful for your beautiful hands. And now inhale. just relax on the floor for a moment. And then pull your knees in from your thighs and just roll on your spine. Try to take the legs back behind you as much as you can. A few more rolls and then just come sitting up. And get ready to meditate. And have, whatever you want. If you have a blanket to cover you and something to cover your eyes for a deep relaxation, have that close so that the transition from meditation to deep relaxation is easy and seamless. The reason you cover your eyes, and it really, you want to cover your frontal bone because it's the most porous bone in the body and it takes in a lot of light. So when you're trying to go into Shavasana, which means I'm willing to die, I'm willing to die to myself and let go so that I can become the everything, right? That's what Shavasana is really for. So many people love this meditation, many people hate this meditation. It's been a huge part of my life since I was about 40. Why I chose to do this today is because Sudarshan Chakra Kriya is not only a breath meditation that you have to stay connected to, or if you space out, you have no idea where you are in terms of the meditation, but it's also for releasing all of the trauma, especially from the male lineage, right, in your life. So whatever trauma, not only are you helping yourself release you from trauma, but you're helping all your male lineage release their trauma. This is a time on the planet not to hate men, but to understand how we can work with them, not to do exactly what was done to us, be on top of, and make them subservient. That's not a connected, vast way of doing things. So we want togetherness. In order to do that, one of the best things you can do is release that male trauma from you and from all of the males in your life. To just release that trauma, so that we can come into this blessing. Everyone who comes into our life, whatever gender they identify as, so that we can work together and realizing that the more that we feel like part of everything, the less that we are judgy, and you can be discerning, not judgy. And so the difference of going, not so good for me, really good for me, fantastic for me, doesn't serve me, so that you understand how you can keep yourself. You can be intimate enough with yourself to have that knowingness, then it expands out to everything else in your life, unless you're a narcissist, which I trust that none of you are, and that you get to see how when you are full, that you can be of service. Trying to serve from a place of empty is not exactly the best. Okay, so you can choose. I realize that I've done this for so long, I don't need to do the finger thing anymore, but I'm trusting you probably will. So you're going to choose whichever hand you want, and you're going to inhale through your left nostril. You're going to close your right nostril off. Okay, so when you're holding that breath, you're going to silently do Waheguru. Waheguru. 16 repetitions of that, 48 pumps. So I'm going to do it out loud with you the first, I don't know how many times, but just to get you in that rhythm. If my rhythm is too slow, I'm going to try to start out fairly quickly, and then move it into slower. The reason you want to move it into slower is because of the breath. It will stretch your capacity to breathe, to be with your breath, to honor your breath, and to stretch your capacity to hold your breath and to be held by it. Okay, so you're going to close your eyes. You're going to let whichever hand you're not using to relax down on your knee in Gyan Mudra, and you're going to focus at your third eye, and then just play with this. So it's 16 Wahegurus, and you're going to pump your whole diaphragm. Excuse me. You're going to pump your diaphragm with each one. So Waheguru. Each one has a pump. Okay? Yes. All right. So you're going to inhale, block off your right nostril, close it off, inhale deeply. You're going to exhale through the right nostril, and then inhale again through the left. So inhale through your left nostril. Hold that breath in. I'm going to say it out loud. You're just going to say it silently while you pump. Wah-hey-guru, 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 wah-hey-guru. Exhale through your right nostril. Inhale through your left. Wah-hey-guru, 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 wah-hey-guru. Exhale through your right nostril. Really empty out. Inhale powerfully and deeply through your left nostril. Wah-hey-guru, 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 wah-hey-guru. Exhale through your right nostril. Inhale through your left nostril. Wah-hey-guru, 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 wah-hey-guru. Exhale through your right nostril. Inhale through your left. Inhale deeply. Wah-hey-guru, 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 wah-hey-guru. Exhale through your right nostril. Inhale. This is the last time I'm going to say it out loud. And then you're on your own, just silently pulsing Waheguru, Waheguru, 16 times Waheguru, 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 Waheguru. Exhale through your right nostril and continue. See if you can just stay with it, inside of it. You know, it seems long, but it's not 2.5 hours. It's just now. And when you finish this one that you're on, just take a beautiful deep breath in. Just hold it. You hold yourself. Just let this breath serve you. And then just bring your hands over your hearts and just sit with this energy. In deeply. And take a beautiful deep breath in and come lying down into Shavasana. Just keep yourself totally relaxed, willing to let go. Beautiful deep breath in. Just feel like you're anointing yourself with this breath. Just let it sit in you. And then let your eyes move. And your tongue as you bless them. Thank them. And as you exhale, bring it down into your fingertips and your toes and just let them wiggle and play, and again, gratitude covering them. Then as you inhale, move your wrists and ankles. Rotate them, play with them. And then exhale into a stretch that you need. Just give it a moment and just open you. And then come back and do a different cat stretch than you did before. You can do a bound cat stretch. You can do bent legs, whatever you want. Just go to one side and really feel like you can stretch it all the way across by stretching your arms straight out from your shoulder. Get a complete, fantastic stretch across the diagonal of your body. And exhale and switch sides. And come back onto your back and pull your knees into your chest. If you hold the backs of your thighs, it usually works better. And then just roll over to each side as far as you can. Just massaging your lower back. And then come onto your back and straighten your legs. Hold on to them and just roll. Roll in your spine. And then come sitting up into easy sitting pose. Bringing your hands into your heart. Just feeling what a magnificent heart you have. And asking all your guides and gurus and angels to keep your heart full and relaxed, so that you can see the world through a calm, cool, connected, loving viewmaster from your heart. And inhale into that. May the long time sun shine upon you, all love surround you, and the pure light within you guide your way on, guide your way on, guide your way on. Sat Nam. Satnam. Thank you. Bless you.